There's a real sense of crisis here this evening, particularly over the travel ban, not just here but throughout Whitehall. Now, Number 10 has announced that the Prime Minister will chair a COBRA meeting tomorrow to discuss the situation regarding international travel, particularly the steady flow of freight in and out of the UK. There's going to be further meetings this evening, tomorrow morning, to ensure what Number 10 calls robust plans are in place. Now, the big fear here is over freight. If freight is not being able to come in and out, we're told that is very serious. The government is actively tracking how many days food is left on the supermarket shelves. If the ports shut, some foodstuffs will run out. That is the big fear. Now, Tory MPs are very unhappy about this. They are saying that the Prime Minister needs to get a grip. That's Roger Gale, a Kent MP. And also on Brexit, Nicola Sturgeon is now saying it's imperative that the Prime Minister seeks an agreement to extend the Brexit transition period. And because she's talking about a profoundly serious situation, and it would be unconscionable to compound it with Brexit, she says. The Labour Party's Rachel Reeves is calling on the Prime
Minister. Shalom, giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Ba'Shem, Krakadas, the one as apostles, elders, great millstone, well. Peace, blessings, and salutations to you, sincere. I came out there pushing the truth across the four corners of earth. This is the brother Shimon, great millstone, Chicago. And this is what the scriptures meant when it talked about the vintage shall fail. You know, talked about the grinding, shall cease. Basically, France closed their border down, for 48 hours. They said nobody in or out, no trucks in or out, nothing in or out. All right. And this is at a particular border. Lord, is it public? Okay, this is at a particular port. Basically they stopped it because of COVID, and see, this is all, they might open it back up because they're saying it's for 48 hours, but this is all a test run. Basically, in that last video I paired up, he basically was saying how the government is tracking how much food is on the shelves. All right, so basically they know the number of trucks coming in and out. They know the number of a certain amount of product that comes in and out, because they're really watching it closely, so that if something breaks out, they know, how many days, they have left before food on the shelves run out. All right, once they know that number, they know, okay, so once we implement something, if we cut this stuff off and we've let X amount of trucks and X amount of vehicles in, then this is, the amount of stuff that people have before, they'll become open to, receiving, whatever assignment that we've assigned for people to do. Right? And we know what that assignment is going to be. Eventually, that's going to be the mark, which is this is the end of the year of prophecy. All right, and so far, everybody knows it. Everybody's been talking about it. 2020, man, it's been crazy. It has been crazy. You've seen it. People have seen all kind of prophecies, all kind of chariots, earthquakes. Okay, destruction, judgment. All right. Hey, the Jacob's trouble is still heating up, man. It's still, more uproars going on over that. Okay, with more stuff too. All right, the grinding is ceasing for a lot of people. It's coming to a close. A lot of people out of a job. They can't pay rent. Okay, the new stimulus they're talking about is less, than before. They're talking about, look, it's just, for the average person, it's $600 or something. But then they were saying if you got children or something, then you can get a little more. All right, but it's gonna come a time, either here or very shortly, where people are gonna need that next hit, and then they ain't gonna be able to get it. All right, and these are all through the wicked devices of Esau, man. This is all Satan's devices. Now it's interesting, that Esau in the UK would call their meeting a Cobra meeting, which I looked it up, Cabinet Office Briefing Room A. It's such a stretch. Like, why? It wasn't nothing else you could call it. Basically, it's their version of a situation room. You got these different leaders who come and who meet up. All right, but we know that these same leaders are under the same vibration, all right, to fulfill certain plans, which are being sent down from the people who really, are the keepers who have the keys to this kingdom, so to speak. All right, because just like the kingdom of the Lord has certain keepers, going to have certain keepers, right? We're going to receive the keys to the kingdom. All right, the elect is. Hey, this kingdom has people who have the keys to the kingdom as well. And you can do your research on who that is. This is Jeremiah 25:10. Moreover, I will take from them the voice of mirth and the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom and the voice of the bride, the sound of the millstones and the light of the candle. Exactly. And what does it say? The sound of the millstones. All right, when you heard the millstone, you knew it was work being done. It was grinding. What do people say? I'm on my grind. You got to get out here, get on the grind, right? You heard that millstone moving, you know that it's whatever's in there, corn, wheat, something's being crushed up. Then that's got to go somewhere else to be processed. And, that's got to go to the bakery. And the bakery, that's all a part of that work. All right. And then, of course, Isaiah 32:10. Let's start with verse 9. Rise up. Matter of fact, start at verse 7. All right. The instruments also of the churl are evil. He deviseth wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speaketh right. All right. But the liberal deviseth liberal things, and by liberal things shall he stand. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless woman, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. And that word there for liberal, I just looked that up. That's the opposite of the verse above, talking about the wicked devices. These are the liberal devices, the inclined, willing, noble, generous, all right, noble, princely, noble. So the princely and noble things divided, the princely and the noble divided princely and noble things. And by liberal things shall he stand. And that's talking about us, all right, the hopeful elect. We that's the things we devise. That's the only plans we're coming up with. Plans to getting out of here, this wicked place, and plans for the kingdom. All right, but just like in verse 7, it just said, the instruments of the churl are evil. They devise wicked things. Shit, they want their kingdom too. They want their kingdom to, matter of fact, they want their kingdom to continue, even if it is, doing a little evil, or doing a lot of evil. They want the stuff to continue. And they have wicked devices to keep it going. All right. And because this is the first time in period where women have been placed over men, received they get all these resources and these job positions. We sit out here, preach the Bible, their favorite thing to tell you guys need to get educated. No, the words you wanted to use, the word you really wanted to use was indoctrinated. All right, because right now, those loans, they ain't helping you. All right, the stuff that Esau is teaching you, it's not doing nothing for you. Okay, the Zoom class to get your degree that you're paying thousands of dollars to take because you're not even getting the full, college experience or whatever they consider, important. It's not going to do nothing for you. That's why it says, rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. All right, and that's talking about the shortage, man. You look at these different movies about, they call them post-apocalypse or whatever, which, you know, post-apocalyptic, that's after the destruction, that's going to be the kingdom. All right, there is no America in a post-apocalyptic set. Which that let me make sure I'm on point. Okay, this is Etymology Online, which is usually on point, pertaining to the revelation of Saint John in the New Testament. Right, there's not going to be a post-apocalyptic USA. All right, this place is gonna burn from the missiles. The smoke is gonna be seen from all across the earth. It said from the Greek, apocalyptikos, from apocalyptian, uncover, disclose, reveal. Right, from the Greek, apocalyptikos, uncover, disclose, reveal. The original general sense was prophetic, meaning pertaining to imminent end of the world. There you go. So Esau knows. They know what the prophecy is. They know about it. All right, and this is what's happening here, whether it be a test run or whether it just be temporary. Guess what? This sentiment is going to spread to the rest of these nations too, because people are starting to get desperate. They're looking for, they want their freedom. They want to be able to open their business back up. They want to be able to move around, and it not be a so much of a police state. All right, which is it's gonna stay that way anyway. But the hope of that is gonna drive people to do exactly what Esau wants them to do. Especially during the holiday season. Okay, so you got Germany and Italy doing the same thing, suspending travel from the UK. There's a new mutant strain. Hey, a Bible ball, call Allah Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And this just goes to show you too, not only the main part of Babylon, which is the US, but these other nations too, they're getting hit by the curses too, where Esau is also spread. So Esau, is spread out as well, just like Jacob is spread across the four corners of earth. Should Esau spread across the four corners of earth too, because they're in rulership right now. All right. Hey, so Lord willing, this was edifying for you. A Bible ball.